Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the one, the only, the most epic pro wrestling podcast on the internet. Squared Circle Shenanigans.
Alrighty, and welcome to episode 3, Multi-Sport Wrestlers. I'm Scotty. This is Keith.
Hello, I'm Keith.
All right.
Before we get started, I just want to thank our sponsors real quick. We've got Little Brown Jug, Maya's Mexican Restaurant, IWR, 8 Mile Vodka, Mugsy's, Monroe Sports Center, Lane's Pizzeria, Deb's Floral, Ruthless Pro Wrestling, Dudes Talking Wrestling, and Pro Wrestling Edge. Thank you all for your support.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, let's get started.
Yes, sir. What's up, Keith?
Well, if we're doing multi-sports, I feel like we should just get into the biggest one and the most popular, which is football, college, and NFL.
Well, obviously, I think, granted by like celebrity status,
Yes.
I think number one would be The Rock.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You'd have to talk
Most
about
definitely
him first because even though I don't think he played in the NFL, if I'm not sure, but
he played in college.
I know he played in Miami and won a
did.
national championship.
He was supposed to be in the NFL, but I think he went undrafted, sadly.
Powerhouse.
But
he played with some dogs back then.
let's just
too.
say the NFL was slacking on that
For
one.
Sure. You lost.
Well, if we're going with, The Rock, and then we have to go with clearly somebody that's close. We're gonna go with the tribal chief Roman Reigns.
That's true. That's his cousin. So
His cousin, and his tribal chief Roman Reigns, who did both football for college and for the NFL. Believe it or not,
Yep.
It's pretty crazy. Roman played for the Minnesota Vikings and the Jacksonville Jaguars at one point.
Steve Mongo McMichael, because you know me with
Of course,
WCW,
good old WCW.
4 Horsemen.
He did great.
4 Horsemen.
Yeah.
He played for the Chicago Bears. He won the Super Bowl with them in the 80. He was a part of the 85 Bears. Like
Yes,
the ones that
1985.
was like the best, Chicago Bears team of all time.
Yes, for sure.
The Bears.
Ditka. Well, if we're going with powerhouses in WCW, I'm going to have to go with the Atlanta Falcons, good old Goldberg.
That's right, dude.
Let's be real. Got an undefeated streak in WCW. What was it, 100 and something? 172 or something?
He just
to 0.
People. It was 173, I think.
170 something to 0. Just demolished almost
Didn't
all of
lose not one
WCW.
That's all. That's like.
Has he fought Sting? That's one thing I can't remember.
I can't
remember
the streak. I don't think he beat him during the streak.
I think that was the only person he didn't fight and didn't defeat.
But I'm sure they wrestled, but it wasn't during that streak thing. It was after that.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get back into what we're.
Here's
the
one.
Multi-sports.
Here's a football one.
Okay.
JBL.
Good old John Bradshaw.
Yeah,
Layfield.
listen, I didn't know this one. I stumbled upon this one. This one's cool.
Surprise.
He played for the LA Raiders in 1990.
He did.
Which is cool because that was I hate the Raiders, go Niners, but he played for the Raiders. But then he also in 1991, I don't even know what this is, but the San Antonio Riders. I don't even know what that football team is, but he played for them, so that's pretty dope.
That's interesting. That's a different one. I did not expect that. I'm gonna go with a celebrity. Maybe we're gonna go with William the Refrigerator Perry.
He wrestled.
He did not wrestle. He was sadly he wouldn't wrestle, but he was at wrestling twice. He was in the ring. He was in the ring. I don't know if he really wrestled, but he did hit somebody. I remember that. And then he was at the Hall of Fame.
Okay, but you gotta talk about LT then, because he wrestled Bam Bam at WrestleMania, which was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yes,
that was a good one.
Good old Lawrence Taylor. Yeah,
celebrities.
New York Giants, and then William Perry played for the Chicago Bears and the Philadelphia Eagles. Crazy or not? Wild.
Okay, so we're gonna go back a little bit. Bob Backlund.
Oh, old school.
So he played at North Dakota State. He was a defensive end, but little Bob Backlund was a defensive end, which
little Bob Backlund.
But he was really good at football. Apparently, I didn't even know that. I thought I knew his amateur wrestling background, but
was he Was he small back in the day? Is the real question. Was he little Bob Backlund, or was he?
I mean, I'm sure. I didn't never really
You never
see any
know.
pictures, but
Yeah, right. You never know.
just
It could be
picturing what he
anything.
looks like.
Very true.
Alrighty, what do you got next for me?
Ooh, that's an interesting one. Good question. I'm gonna go with a surprise, which is ECW/Raw, and I'm gonna go with Mike Adamle. He was the ECW and Raw general manager at one point.
Yeah,
and he was a running back for the Chicago Bears in the 80s/90s.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
It was crazy when I seen that one. That was one of my surprise ones. I did not expect that.
Okay. All right. So football. What are some? You guys give us some ones we may have missed. What are some football ones we may have missed?
Or what are some surprises you didn't know?
I didn't say we were done yet, Josh. But so Brock Lesnar, he said it. So Brock, obviously, got to talk about Brock. That's pretty. I mean, multi-sport.
The beast incarnate.
That's 3. You know,
Brock
he came
Lesnar.
in and you got him. He played for the practice squad of the Vikings, and then
very true. Yes.
Just got to talk about UFC.
Not only in UFC, but in amateur wrestling too. Back in the day in college, Brock Lesnar was a champion
in Minnesota
twice.
Well, yeah, and I've seen the videos of him
NCAA world champion.
When he was in college, and it's so cool.
Multiple.
My nephew's a wrestler right now. He's doing that, and he's pretty damn good at it. Sure. He's really, really good. I can't wait to see him one day.
That was great. Yeah.
Wrestling.
Well, since you went old school before, I'm gonna go back to the old school again. We're gonna go with Ernie Ladd.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He played for the San Diego Chargers, the Houston Oilers at the time, and the Kansas City Chiefs. And if I'm correct, which I'm pretty sure I am, because I did a lot of research.
Amen.
Ernie Ladd is also surprisingly a Chargers Hall of Famer as well. So he's in the WWE Hall of Fame, he's in the Chargers Hall of Fame, and then he's in, I think, NFL Hall of Fame in general.
Like
just
the
football
Hall of Fame. Oh, that's awesome.
So he's a 3-time Hall of Famer.
Oh, so football. I can't really think of any more for football.
How about Baron Corbin?
I'm just kidding. I didn't. Yeah, that was one actually. You told me that. That one I didn't know. You stumbled me on that one.
Should I just read off a small list I got here?
What do you got?
We've got
some more.
We've got Green Bay Packers / Arizona Cardinals for Mojo Rawley.
I knew that. What am I thinking?
We're gonna go back to old school again. 1980s Cleveland Browns. Good old damn Ron Simmons.
And he played at Florida State.
That is true. Yes, we have a surprise. Flying Brian Pillman played for Cincinnati Bengals.
Damn, I knew these. Why am I fumbling?
ECW, Marcus Corvan played for the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots.
He was in TNA too. He was Monty Brown.
Yeah. Another WCW guy, Kevin Green. He played for the Carolina Panthers and a host of other teams.
That's true, but he really wasn't like that. Listen, that was just like one storyline.
Was it? I can't.
There's
remember.
that one guy. He was in the NWO.
Here we going with this.
I forgot already. What was his name? He had a pretty good sports background.
Dennis.
Oh shit, Dennis Rodman, was that his name?
Yep.
Yeah, that guy. He's like he's pretty like good at basketball, I think.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm just kidding. He's a dog. Was a dog. NWO for life.
All right, that's good. We're gonna continue. We're gonna go with more of Roman and the Rock's family with Wahoo McDaniel's area.
Oh, the grandfather.
He played for the Houston Oilers and the New York Jets, the Denver Broncos, and the Miami Dolphins.
That's crazy.
Wild.
I feel like he was like a wrestler in like the 60s and 70s.
Yep, for sure. Yeah.
So he played for those teams probably even before that. Because I couldn't imagine him playing football after wrestling.
Or during, yeah. That'd be wild. A little bit of both.
Right. That's crazy.
Yeah. We've got a few more. We've got Titus O'Neil, who played for Jacksonville Jaguars. We've got Hacksaw Jim Duggan for the Atlanta Falcons.
That's crazy.
Oh,
yeah.
What else? We got Cowboy Bill Watts, the original Cowboy.
Was the booker for, WCW.
He was the original Cowboy. He was the booker. He
Sharon
also played
the Steiners.
The Steiner brothers. Yeah, they did wrestling. That's true.
They went to U of M. They go blue.
Yeah, so the original Cowboy, he played for the Vikings. And then, of course, we have Ahmed Johnson. Who could forget about him? He played for Dallas Cowboys.
Listen.
We've got, oh, well, if we're going to go back to the old school, too, it's time. Oh, it's time. It's Vader time.
That makes sense.
Good old Vader
Vader
played.
definitely seems like
Vader
he's just a
played for the
big
Los
dude.
Angeles Rams, and I'm pretty sure like he's one of the only wrestlers, an actual wrestler that has only to ever play in a Super Bowl.
And be on Boy Meets World.
That's true. That's all.
So that's great.
And then another last one I think I got is Vern Gagne, an old school name. He
Yeah,
played for
AWA,
Chicago
bro.
Bears as well. But yeah, that's a lot. It's
AWA.
crazy. All right. All
So
right.
that's cool. All right. So football. Listen, I don't really got like a list like that. I went and picked some of my favorites and some that I didn't realize. So that
I've
was
got
cool.
college football too, by the way, but we'll get into that.
You can go back like Titus O'Neil. He played for Florida. Like I got.
Well, if we're talking college, we've got R-Truth, Darren Young, Jack Swagger, Eric Rowan, Kane. Believe it or not, Paul Orndorff, Tito Santana, the guy we all know is Draws.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Jim Duggan, The Rock, the Usos, Brodus Clay, aka Tyrus, now the NWA World Champion. He was a college football star, and he's also been a bodyguard for multiple artists, such as Snoop Dogg, Eminem at one point, I believe, and one other person. I can't remember.
It's gonna be me one day too.
That's
He'll be
pretty
my bodyguard.
crazy. That was pretty crazy. I was
Cool.
not expecting that. Right.
He's a big
You
dude.
can continue with yours.
All right,
now.
so
What do
I
we
got one that's really
I'm surprised.
like interesting. Is the Veer Mahan. He was like
Ooh.
a baseball like
Yes.
star in the minor
Yes.
leagues for a while.
Yes.
And he played for different like his national team. He played pretty sure he played in the Olympics.
Yes.
And then like it just blows my mind.
Do you
I
know-
didn't know that.
He played in the MLB. Do you know what team he played for by chance? Or which place?
I just
He
thought it
was a
cool
pitcher?
that he played baseball.
He was a pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
You know what? He was drafted by. I should have known that because he was drafted by the Pirates. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Did not expect that one at all. Not
It
gonna lie
was
to you.
really cool. I liked it.
Yeah, it really was.
So,
Definitely was not.
but
expecting that
baseball,
one.
Macho Man and his brother, Macho Man, he played baseball.
Yes, the Macho Man Randy Poffo.
Yeah, well, that's not no. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, Savage was signed by St. Louis Cardinals organization right out of high school, and he joined their minor league system as an outfielder. And he
And
was
then-
one of the best on his team, from what I heard.
And I'm kind of glad that didn't work out.
Yeah, I'm glad he decided wrestling was the better option there
Exactly.
during that time. Yeah, we've got a lot there though. There's not really much baseball,
Well, no,
sadly.
so that's why it blew my mind that he's a star.
We got like 2 or 3. So with that, we could go.
Anyway, we can go with some ladies now. Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, there
She
you
has
go.
a gymnastics, cheerleading, bodybuilding background. And that's pretty cool. I mean, I didn't realize like there were so many
such a
people.
short, feisty little bodybuilding thing. Is what she is.
Absolutely.
5'2" or something, and she's just a monster.
Yeah, she probably weightlift more than my weight.
Power lift does. Oh,
Exactly.
geez. That'd be scary. I'm gonna go with another female, and a just random one out of nowhere. I'm gonna go with Dana Brooke doing diving during high school and her beginning years of college.
That's pretty cool.
I know during high school she has the second record for the best dive or something at one point. She's got a record for the best dive. It's a certain thing. She got second place for it with like an overall score of I think 28.
Wow.
Best is 30 clearly, but the 3 judges. So she got second place for that. Did not expect that.
We're gonna go to Flair country.
Woo.
Charlotte is a 2-time like North Carolina state champion in volleyball, and like she's pretty adamant about it now. Like you can find so many videos of her playing, and she's like really good.
Yes, Charlotte Flair was a monster when it came to volleyball. She worked in and out day and night. She said she worked her ass off.
For sure.
I was one of the craziest things to read about. Was definitely that one for sure.
Mhm.
But I mean, if we're going from one champion, we should go straight to another. We're gonna go with our friend Bianca Belair.
Yeah, dude. Jesus.
And Bianca Belair was a track and field star in high school.
She's fast.
I can't remember, but I know she's held records before, and I think she did win a medal for a race at a certain time.
That's
I couldn't
awesome.
remember though which one it was.
So I there is some people like you showed me one. George the Animal Steel
Yes,
was a coach,
yes.
but what was significant about
Shout
that?
out to my mom; she gave me that one.
That's cool.
My
I
mother,
love it.
my
That's
mother
awesome.
said that she actually met George the Animal still as he was doing his coaching thing right here in Michigan in Madison Heights. Believe it or not,
That's so cool.
that was pretty crazy. I did not expect it, and I didn't believe her when she told me at first. I just kind of laughed about it. It's like that's crazy, and then sure enough, I did some research after I got off the phone with her, and yes, he was a coach in Madison Heights, and he
So cool.
coached not only football, but he did amateur wrestling and baseball as well.
Well,
Dude's out here entertaining fans and training
biting.
kids.
And then when he was even older, he's biting the freaking
Yes,
turnbuckle off.
him and his stuffed animal is biting.
There's a lot of basketball. Well, no, I wouldn't say a lot, but there's a lot of basketball ones that I didn't know, and I learned one last night.
For
Shout
sure.
out to A&E on the Undertaker documentary last
Yeah?
night before the Kane one.
Uh-oh.
Watched it and it was wonderful. Didn't know Undertaker played basketball.
Who would have thought?
And-
Undertaker's
and-
a basketball star.
Yeah, he was really good at it.
Absolutely crazy. I've never thought to
Big
see
Show.
the Undertaker or Big Show as a basketball star. I mean, clearly they got the height
Right, it
and
makes
the
sense.
weight and the size and all that, but
Well,
who would have thought?
Undertaker said during his documentary that he didn't like start filling out his body until
Yeah.
he was in like high school. So like
Wow.
he played when he was younger, but he wasn't like the best.
That
He just
is
had fun.
crazy.
And then
Well,
started working out and then
that is absolutely crazy and awesome. If we're going to continue with basketball, then I'm going to go with an NWO type one, and we're going to go with Kevin Nash.
that's right.
Kevin Nash was a monster basketball player. He played for high school and college, and
That's awesome.
and I believe he was up for draft in NBA at one point. That was absolutely crazy. But I mean, if we're going to continue with basketball, we can move on to Dennis Rodman again, another NWO,
he was
or
pretty good. Carl Malone, he wrestled with DDP.
yeah, that's true, Carl. Or we can go.
Those guys are pretty well known in the NBA.
Yeah, we can go into some women as well that did basketball. Believe it or not,
Listen, you're just gonna blow my mind with these ones. I'm sorry.
this one's pretty crazy. We've got Billie Kay from the Iconics. She played. We have Nia Jax. She played. We've got Sonya Deville. She played 3 different sports. She did basketball, lacrosse, and soccer. Wild. But I mean, besides that, you've also got Naomi. She did cheerleading, dancing, and basketball. We've got Bailey. My goodness. Bailey played for high school, and she was like one of the top point scorer on her team, I think, during
That's
her time.
awesome.
Absolutely crazy.
That's
Would not
crazy.
expect half of these people to be doing these certain sports.
No, it's because
I definitely see.
ones
I'm not gonna lie, I see Bailey playing like soccer or something, but not basketball. What?
Right. I don't know about that, but
It's a little crazy.
It's because the one, I searched these ones and these ones that I didn't know about, but
Yeah.
it's only because the ones that we do get told about, we know most about, they talk about all the time, like The Rock or Goldberg.
Yeah.
It's part of their story,
Right.
Anytime anything happens, that's part of their story.
Yeah.
Former, football stars.
Right. For sure. Yes.
And then, like, you have random ones too, like random sports. But the best background, I think, that you can come across is amateur wrestling, like in school and stuff.
Yes.
The list goes on.
Oh yeah.
Brock Lesnar, Shelton Benjamin, Dolph Ziggler, all of them.
Bob Backlund,
Everyone.
Brock Lesnar. Kurt Angle,
Oh yeah, yeah. He
broken freaking neck,
won a gold medal.
gold medal in amateur wrestling. Absolutely crazy.
Sports, man.
We can do it.
This one I wasn't.
We could do a 2-1. We're gonna go with boxing and MMA, I guess, and we're gonna go with Mike Tyson for boxing.
He's part of DX.
Absolutely wild. We got
Butterbean.
Butterbean. Who else? Floyd Money Mayweather. UFC Cain Velasquez.
That's true.
Brock Lesnar. Ronda Rousey. More boxing. Tyson Fury.
You missed Kid and Shamrock
I guess, yeah, that's true.
and Spivey.
What do you
Yeah.
mean you guess?
I forgot, to be honest. Yeah, you're right. I didn't think about that. What,
He's
Riddle?
like the only, he's one of the very
Matt
few
Riddle
multi-sport
technically
champions.
did UFC. So did Dan Severn, I guess. We were talking- I didn't really.
I said Dan Spivey. That's who I meant. Dan Severn.
Dan Severn, I did kind of forget about him too. I feel bad now.
Well, he had the Brawl for All. You can talk about the Brawl for All. That was kind of like
Yeah,
MMA,
that was boxing.
WWF.
Yeah,
that
WWF
was-
boxing. The Brawl
That
for
was
All,
like real though, like
where
not
Butterbean
storyline.
knocked out
That was like the outcome. Of
Bart
all
Gunn in
that,
the end.
but, like
who was it? Bart Gunn, JBL, Draws, just a bunch of random people.
just
And
fighting. There was
They just
no-
boxed it. They boxed
was
in the middle of
no
a wrestling
rules.
ring for the 3-minute rounds or whatever, and got scored. And
I'm gonna go watch some of the Brawl for All this
I
afternoon.
we should. I wish we would have thought about that and put through that one up there. That would have been great. That would have been great because yeah, I remember that. I remember a lot of that tournament, and I think the ending was Bradshaw versus Bart Gunn, and surprisingly, Bart Gunn got him with that right hand and knocked him out. And
Dr.
then,
Death Steve Williams was in that too.
yes,
And
that's
then
another one. I think
Bart
who
Gunn
else?
beat him.
Maybe Steve Blackman. I think he was in it at the
Probably.
time. There was a heap of it. There was like 8 to 12
That's a
people
whole
or
episode
something.
we could
Yeah.
talk about.
But yeah, in the end, Bart Gunn won, but then he didn't win because he got knocked out on a pay-per-view by Butterbean.
Butterbean just got listen, Butterbean.
But Butterbean.
So sports guys who have had matches.
Yes.
Like, you could talk about the Dennis Rodman and Karl Malone with Karl Malone teaming with DDP and Rodman being part of the NWO. Like that was during like the highlight of like the Utah Jazz and the Bulls going at it in like the finals.
Yeah.
So like he skipped out on practice to go to Nitro. It's just awesome.
I didn't really research this one, so I can't remember.
Rodman.
Can't really think about. No, not that one. I can't really think about it at the moment, but I'm pretty positive. Was it Mr. T in sports at one point, or is it just wasn't he just movies?
He's like an actor.
I thought he did a sport at one point. I couldn't remember though.
Kimbo Slice, didn't he? He went to the UFC. I guess he's not a wrestler. He's like a fighter.
Yeah, he was a backyard fighter in the UFC. Yeah.
He went to the before the UFC.
Yes. Yeah, so that was wrestling and then MMA and boxing. We could go to weightlifting and powerlifting now, and we're gonna go with Mark Henry.
Well,
Mark Henry's the world's strongest man,
still,
and he holds a gold medal for the most weight or something. I can't remember how much it was. It was like 600 something pounds, 700, I think. We've got Braun Strowman as a power lifter and bodybuilder. I did see it coming, but I didn't at the same time. So he's been in a few competitions. He's actually won the Arnold Schwarzenegger bodybuilding competition.
That's cool.
So yeah, that's another good one. What else?
You said he was like didn't you say he was like with Alexa Bliss? Like
they trained together for bodybuilding at one point.
That's awesome.
We've got Big E for powerlifting. He competed for the USA powerlifting USA PL Raw National, and he won in 2011. And then he broke multiple powerlifting records in the state of Florida and national level. That's crazy.
That is.
Not only did he beat his own record, then he set new ones for a state and a national level. That is wild.
I've never set any records. I've set the record straight. I've never set any records.
That's very true. We can all say that. Well, we can go back a little bit now because I kind of messed up slightly. But we can talk about the MVP in WWE, Montel Vontavious Porter. My dude is a World Master Jiu-Jitsu IBJJF champion from 2019.
I didn't know that.
And then not only that, but MVP won a gold medal in the IBJJF Master Tournament in 2022 as well.
So last year. Wow.
Well,
Even
about
now.
2 or 3 years ago. But yeah.
2022, right?
Well, it's 20. Oh, it was 2020. Sorry, 2022.
I'm about to say this is 23.
Yeah, I wrote 2022, but it was 2020. So I meant to say sorry.
The Super Bowl.
Yeah, for real. Super Bowl.
For football.
the NFL football Super Bowl. We could talk about some off ones as well. We can go with our friends on the other side. We can go with rugby.
Yeah.
We've got Kyle O'Reilly from Red Dragon or the Undisputed Era. We've also got Rich Holland, who is
He was
part.
like a star.
Yes,
Though.
Rich Holland played for college and like professional at one point
See that
before
there?
WWE.
Rugby's some wild stuff.
Yeah.
Ever watched videos of it just manhandling
It's
each
crazy.
other, man.
We definitely have a lot more for football. I've noticed.
Yeah, football's well. I think wrestling is number one.
Well, yeah, of
wrestling
course.
Background,
Yeah,
is number one. You could talk about.
but I just realized
many.
I have so much written down about football. I didn't even realize that.
What are some more of the college football ones that you have?
Oh, Commander Azib, also known better as Daba Kato, during his time, he played it for the NFL first off for the Minnesota Vikings, but he's also played for multiple different leagues around the world. He played for American as an offensive lineman. He played for a Polish American football league as a running back, and he played in a
big running back.
Yes, in a German football league as also as an offensive lineman.
Yeah. He played offensive lineman.
I don't know why they threw him into a running back, but a running back
probably ran through those little Polish guys.
Yeah, that's true. We're gonna go with college. I've got 3 big names for you that you probably would never thought of. Enzo Amore
played college football.
Bada boom.
Really?
Realest dude in the room. How's he doing? No one knows. But he played football Waldwick High School and then continued his career at a Division III college, Salisbury University, as a linebacker and a safety from 2007 to 2009.
Yep. Nope. Would have never guessed that.
Never thought that. Another one I didn't expect. You can't see him because he's everywhere, but he's John Cena, and he played a center on a Division III Springfield college team.
Wow.
For at least 2 years, I believe it was. And then another one that surprised me that I did not expect was Bray Wyatt and Bo Dallas. Both of them at different colleges, but I kind of wrote down Bray Wyatt more. But Bray Wyatt played at Troy University in 2007. He played a backup center on the offensive line, and then something happened to where he couldn't play anymore, and that's when he decided to join his brother Bo in wrestling.
I mean, did he get hurt?
I believe so, yeah. I couldn't remember what it was, but it was, yeah. I can't exactly remember, but he did get injured. But Bo Dallas, which is surprisingly, Bo Dallas is the older brother. He played, yeah. They portrayed him as the younger brother, but technically, he's older, is what they're saying. Is what IRS said. The older brother played college football first, and then went to wrestling, and then Bray Wyatt joined.
Well,
after.
I mean, you don't have to be. I mean, the quarterback of the Georgia Bulldogs is for this past season's 25. He's
I don't.
Lamar Jackson.
No, I'm not saying that though. I'm saying in WWE they portrayed Bo as his younger brother. In real life, he's his older brother.
That just blows my mind.
That's the crazy part.
You just blew my mind.
I didn't know that either. That's what surprised me.
Just confused me.
Yeah, it confused me and blew my mind too. I was like, Bray Wyatt's younger than what? Hold on.
That's crazy.
But yeah, apparently Bo Dallas is older than Bray Wyatt. And yeah, he played first. And that was something that I definitely did not expect was Bray Wyatt, John Cena, and Enzo Amore on a football field.
That's cool.
That's wild. Absolutely crazy.
So, what are some more? You got anything else?
No, we're kind of running out, but we can.
Sadly,
that's the bad part. I meant like sports that I could. The sports I could think of or that I wrote down. We're kind of running out. We can go with cheerleading, I guess. Next, we've got. Got a decent amount of cheerleaders. We've got Stacy Keebler, one of the best legs in the industry, apparently. That's what I've been told from King and other people on TV. Puppies. We've got Eve Torres.
Puppies around here too.
Somewhere. We've got Layla from Team Lay Cool. Sorry. We've got Carmela from Staten Island. She was a cheerleader.
That's cool.
I can't remember all of them. I know Layla did it for the Miami Heat.
Yeah,
I think Stacy Keebler was Dallas for NFL. Sorry, I'm trying to
Naomi.
cut you off.
She was a
Naomi was one as well,
dancer, like a dancer.
but she also did cheerleading. She was a cheerleader for
One of the
football and basketball, I believe it was. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but I think AJ Lee was a cheerleader at one point during college, and then Maria Kanellis Bennett was also a cheerleader during middle school or high school and college as well.
That's cool.
I did not expect that. That was pretty cool and crazy. So yeah, that was a lot of the stuff I've written down. But if we just think about stuff, there's a lot you could go for when it comes to sports and other people. You could go back to The Rock with the University of Miami. He was a 1991 national champion for his team.
He was probably the most successful college player, turned wrestler, football per se. He's a national champion in football.
Yeah. His cousins, the Usos, they've played for the University of West Alabama as linebackers during their day. That makes sense. And that's pretty cool.
I've never heard of that school.
Kind of forgot about this until I just realized it, but you can't really mention The Rock without mentioning, hey, he's co-owner of the XFL now.
Actually, I watched an XFL game last night. That was pretty cool.
They are actually surprising people with this.
St. Louis team is like really, really, really good.
Yeah, I didn't think they'd come back or do this well, and The Rock's just destroying it over here. I think we should do like a trivia now, real quick.
All right, give me a trivia. I still have some written.
You do yours first.
Here, I got it.
Yeah, you go first.
Watch this one. Do you know who originally and even up to the day of was the first thought of who was going to be the third man with the Outsiders at Bash at the Beach?
Isn't it supposed to be Macho Man?
No,
I couldn't remember.
it's Sting.
Really?
Like even to the day of,
Wow.
like even after Hogan knew about it, like they didn't know because Hogan had creative control. Like Hogan had to say 100%, like whether he was gonna
In or out?
yeah, he had full control. So they didn't know until the day of if he was even gonna do it, and that is the most iconic heel turn of all time. The leg drop.
The leg
Boom.
drop and
Once again,
the maneuver. That's absolutely
the
wild.
birth of the NWO.
I did not expect that.
Brother.
All right. I'm going to hit you with the title reign question.
Okay.
So let's see if you can get it. We're going to go with the first one, I guess, which is who has the most intercontinental title reigns and how many?
Listen, I know there's a few with a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I know Jericho is up on that list.
This person has the most highest.
I know, I'm trying to like narrow it down. Jericho's got to be on the list. Randy Orton's going to be on the list. Am I getting? Is it one of those two? Are they the most?
Yes.
Is it Jericho? It's Jericho.
It's Chris Jericho.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Do you know how many reigns he has? as
It's
a
over
general
10.
title?
No.
Just barely. He's at 9 reigns with the most.
Well,
At 9.
There could be one more chance for him to come back to be.
I don't know about that one.
The walls down one more time.
I think Randy it was like a 7 or something, and then Jeff was like 5. He was up there.
Yeah, that one. That Jericho put like the name. Like, I mean, there's a lot of great Intercontinental champions, but Jericho's a great one.
Yeah.
You know who else put a really good look on the Intercontinental title? Cody Rhodes.
True. I like the
When
white
he-
one. I loved bringing the white one back.
That was very smart and made it come back like an iconic look.
Yes.
Like that title was beautiful. That should happen again once more. Bring the Winged Eagle title back. He brought that one back. Why can't he bring the next one back?
Oh, he probably will when he gets the
That
WWE
would
title.
be beautiful. It's one of my favorite titles ever.
Oh, well, if we're talking about Intercontinental champions now, just for the quick say, you got to talk about the Honky Tonk Man
He was
and
really good.
the Ultimate
He was
Warrior.
was he like the longest reign?
At one, yeah,
Intercontinental champion?
yes, with like
Ultimate Warrior.
300 and something days
Or
something like that. Yeah,
Pat Patterson, the first Intercontinental champion.
yes. Oh
What?
God, great. Yes,
What?
Austin. Has he had it? Oh
The
yeah,
Rock
he was
Intercontinental Champion.
during the
Like,
two-man.
that Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels, that match
Oh
WrestleMania
my
10 to
God,
unify the title.
yes.
Beautiful.
China,
That-
first and only women's intercontinental champion.
That's true. And she was the European champion, right? Didn't she?
Maybe I think she was
more than one.
hardcore,
That's probably what it was.
hardcore
That was that
intercontinental
other lower level title.
women's, and I think one more.
Um,
Ooh, what do we got? Umaga, Jeff Hardy, Shelton Benjamin.
he was a good intercontinental champion.
Great. Ric Flair.
Who had it before? Who would it be before Razor and Shawn?
I can't remember.
Bret?
Nah, I don't think so.
Owen was the intercontinental champion.
Owen, the British Bulldog at one point. Shane, no, Shane wasn't. Right.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Yes, it's very true. So many good intercontinental champions. Who would you want to see as intercontinental champion?
Like now up and coming?
Yeah.
Anybody?
We'll do past and present. Like
Okay,
that.
so it can be anybody.
Well, we're gonna do two, past and present.
Okay, of the past.
Because right now it's currently Gunther, so like past and then present.
I like Gunther.
Gunther is pretty cool.
Oh, Gunther.
Yeah, it's there's an H, but they don't. It's Gunther. It's weird. For real, Gunther.
There's a TH in there.
Yes.
All right. Now.
Yes.
I would go with. I really like. Oh shit! I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sitting back, relaxed, trying to think.
It's a chill kind of vibe day.
I don't really. They're doing a good job. I really like Gunther. I would like.
Well, it doesn't matter about Gunther right now. It does, but it doesn't.
Are we talking WWE superstars?
Yeah. Well, and WCW. It doesn't matter. Like if they were, if you knew they could come over or they did, then yeah.
Raven would have been a great intercontinental champion.
Yeah.
Like 1998 Raven.
Yeah.
I just once again
I'm not gonna lie.
The Ravens flock faction, dude, was just crazy. They did really cool.
It's hilarious that you said that.
I would, for someone now on the roster, I really think Montez Ford would be a wonderful intercontinental champion.
Okay.
I really think
I like it.
Once eventually the Street Profits break up, because obviously that happens with every tag team.
Yeah. Eventually.
He's gonna be a wonderful single superstar.
Yes, for sure.
Great holder of, and I mean then he'll definitely be a great world champion too as well one day.
I like those answers. Mine, easiest, WCW, DDP. Done.
No, yeah.
DDP as intercontinental champion or even European. Oh, fantastic.
He won a title in
Wasn't he like WCW United States champion as well or something?
Mm-hmm. He won the world title.
That too, but yeah. And then current, oh boy. Current, I'm gonna choose somebody from NXT, and I'm gonna say Grayson Waller.
Yeah, I really like the Shawn Michaels, Grayson Waller single,
or Johnny Gargano. Either one, they're great. I'd prefer
Johnny
Grayson.
Wrestling.
I'd prefer Grayson Waller, maybe a little more.
Could you imagine I like what they're doing because Shawn obviously doesn't want to wrestle. He doesn't need to wrestle. He doesn't have to wrestle.
Nope.
I like him being like,
I'm retired. I'm staying retired.
I like
you do you.
Be in NXT being the commissioner. I mean, I know he's like the producer and everything in the background, but I like him being like the honor, like the commissioner,
general manager. Yeah.
Like he was in the '90s when he going through that.
For sure, yeah.
It's awesome, Commissioner Michaels.
All right, before we head out, we're gonna do our in this day in history.
Okay.
For March 13th, 2020 or 2004. I am. You're right. In 2004, before WrestleMania 20th, the Hall of Fame added some new members. We got to see Bobby Heenan, Jesse the Body Ventura, Big John Studd, Don Morocco, Harley Race, Tito Santana, Superstar Billy Graham, Junkyard Dog, Sergeant Slaughter, Greg the Hammer Valentine, and Pete Rose all join the hallowed halls of the WWE Hall of Fame.
That's awesome. Shout out to Rey Mysterio.
And yes, shout out to the GOAT, Rey Mysterio, for being the first inductee in the 2023 Hall of Fame.
Well deserved.
Hey, all I gotta say real quick is at least Pete Rose got into someone's Hall of Fame.
That's
Pete
true.
Rose deserves. Listen, he bad.
We-
That
yeah.
has nothing to do with his baseball skills. Okay. All right.
Right.
I'll leave it at that.
So with that, I'll ask you one more question.
Okay.
Who would you personally like to see in the Hall of Fame? Doesn't matter when, but eventually in the WWE Hall of Fame. Who would you want to see that's not in there? I've got like 3.
I have one major one. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but it's probably never gonna happen. Chris Benoit.
Okay, that was one of the ones I was thinking
Because
of as well.
I get it was bad. The end was bad.
It was his brain.
But it doesn't take away from like one of the best technical.
They were trying to
wrestlers of all
erase him
time.
from WWE. They were going to remove all of his matches and everything. But, they went against it. And they even told his son that he could come and work for them. They didn't care, but
He'd have to change his name.
well, he wouldn't be able to use Benoit. That's the last part. That was it. I agree with that though. Yes, that was definitely one of the first ones, one of the top 3. I was gonna say as well though, Umaga or Rosie, one of the 2 brothers, in that family, or my top one basically, Owen Hart.
I would like that too, but I don't think that.
I doubt that's going to happen mainly because of the family thing, and I completely agree with him. That was messed up of what happened during the whole Owen thing, so I completely agree and understand. But I really would love to see them finally just say, all right, yeah, if you're going to actually honor him the right way, then throw him in there. That'd be awesome.
All right, then who's a celebrity you think is deserving?
Oh, Snoop Dogg.
He already is.
Is he?
Yeah.
Did he? Oh my God, he did, didn't he? I forgot about that.
Ooh. IWR Hall of Fame.
And
well,
IWR coming up on March 23rd. Yes.
Cannot wait. Insane
Wrestling Revolution, where we get to see Jason Hotch defend his U.S. title in a rematch against Rich Swann.
Part 2. It's gonna be
Part
awesome.
2.
The first one was wonderful.
Yes, we get to see the DBA, the Dread King Logan, and Rhino team up to face the new IWR World Champion King Vladimir and his 2 people he's bringing. I guess don't remember who they are. Don't know. I don't think
we don't care. We got the DBA
for real.
The DBA Rhino.
Yes, Dread King Logan.
Dread King gonna tear the house down.
We'll talk about our 3-team triple threat match for the tag titles. We've got the Rascals, Trey Miguel, and Bronson. What is his name? Myron Reed. Thank you. I was thinking Bronson Reed and what's his other name, but yeah. Chambers and Sullivan with Jeremiah Gold, Maine, and DBA. Did I say it wrong? Or did I just say it slow? Did I?
You put it
Jeremiah Gold.
Oh, yeah.
You gave him 2 names.
Well, isn't it Jeremiah Gold, Maine?
You said Jeremiah Gold.
And then I stopped and said Maine.
Maine.
Yeah. Okay. I am so sorry. It's 4 periods. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. That was awesome.
I'm really excited, as you can tell.
That'll be great.
I'm trying to remember what else do we got. That's
on March 23rd at the FOP.
FOP at the FOP in Monroe, Michigan.
We're gonna meet ECW's Queen
Oh,
of fucking
yeah.
Extreme, Francine. Yeah.
How did I forget that?
Gonna be epic.
I can't wait. That should be super cool. Definitely can't wait for that.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I literally can't.
All right. Well, it's time to wrap it up. If we got to thank our sponsors just one more time.
Yes. With that being, we'll thank our sponsors. We would like to thank RPW, Deb's Floral, Lane's Pizzeria, Mugsy's, 8 Mile Vodka, IWR themselves, Amaya's, Little Brown Jug, Monroe Sports Center, Dudes Talking Wrestling, and Pro Wrestling Edge. Thank you all for all the love and support. I think with that, we're good.
Have a great